Today we're going to talk about the Mindshift Explore 15. All right, welcome to Capture School, sponsored here by Parkwood Studios. I'm here with Scott, and we're going to talk about a cool little bag that I've been testing out for a little bit now, and it's an adventure shoulder pack, which you don't see much. You kind of see the canvasy ones.
Yeah. So and I like there's like a new trend now to go with shoulder bags. A lot of people will take their backpack and throw it over one shoulder.
Yeah, which I've done for years.
This takes this out of the equation. Just throw the whole thing over your shoulder.
Yeah, when I always have it on my shoulder, and I usually just pack it with too much stuff. And when I had the opportunity to try this out, I really wanted to go through it. And I'm not going to leave it up here; it's too big, but it gives you a size perspective for it. So this one is called. It's by Think Tank and Mindshift, which just recently merged. Okay, so it was Mindshift, which everyone knew was from Think Tank, but it was complicated. You had to explain to people you needed to use this discount code for Mindshift, this discount code for Think Tank. They're one now. I think it's all on one website.
Everything's free.
So this is the Think Tank Mindshift series. It's an Explore 15 size, and I believe the 15 has to do with the laptop that it holds. I've been carrying it around about 2 months, I'd say, maybe a little bit more, 2.5 months, and I haven't switched back to the backpack, which is also a Think Tank, and that backpack has been to New Jersey, to Maine, to all over the country and world. I've carried that backpack, and it's still holding up. It's great build quality. But since I've gotten this, I've used this almost nonstop to come back and forth to the studio here.
Nice.
A couple of things I want to talk about that I like about this. First of all, I love orange. So it's got the orange edges. It's got the gray backdrop. It's kind of like my colors, but it's got that extreme abrasion tear resistance. So if you're hiking with it or you're going somewhere, it's pretty durable on the outside. Waterproof base. So when you look at the bottom of this, it's a pretty hard base. If you put it down in a puddle or something like that, the water's not going to soak through. Oh. And then the shoulder strap comes where you can actually have it and kind of fasten it in. So this clip on the front there is a nice big clip. You can pull it and tighten it, shorten it really easy. You don't need to kind of try to pull those backpack straps through. That right there, yeah. You just, like a seatbelt, you'll unlock it and then you can tighten it.
Oh, nice.
Like a seatbelt. It's
quick, right?
Yeah, really quick.
It needs to be quick, and it is.
Yep. And you want to get it to like the right height, because when it's too short, it's kind of in my way, and when it's too long, it's hitting your...
Kicking it with your knees.
Yep. Rain cover.
But it does come with it included in the pouch.
Yep, somewhere. It comes in, and you can just cover it. All the Think Tank products, pretty much that I have all had that rain cover. So you have a crossbody strap, and then you can have an underarm strap that will link across there to keep it in place.
Yeah,
so
and I don't know that I would use this all the time. I think if it was going to stay on my shoulder for a long period of time, it'd be a little more secure. But if I'm going to throw it on my shoulder and drop it to the floor, or throw it on my shoulder, I don't think I'd want that extra
You can see where mine is.
Yeah.
It's just wrapped around here because I don't tend to use that.
Yeah. But if you are going to have it on for a long period of time, if you have a long hike ahead of you, that kind of thing.
To keep it from shifting.
From shifting around and sliding off, yeah. I think it would work great.
So tons of internal storage in here and internal pockets. You have stuff to hold batteries, cards, card wallets, stuff in the front. There's the zippered pocket right here in the front, so that's where I keep important stuff. And then I have like lens cloths like they have here and other smaller stuff there.
And it gets covered with the flap when you close it.
Correct. So everything is secured in there. As long as you don't turn it clear upside down, stuff really can't fall out of these front pockets here. So you can see here, like I have a rain cover there for the camera, and I have business cards and other non-essential stuff in those front pockets. And then the zippered pockets have all the important stuff in there.
There's a lot of space inside.
It is. The whole, all the way top down. So you have these dividers, which is going to make a lot of noise. I'll pull one out so you can see what I'm talking about. So these dividers go in there so you have top and bottom storage. So what I'll do is I'll put shorter lenses in the bottom, and then I can put taller lenses on top.
Oh, and then just gotta reach under.
Yep, and then the camera goes right in the middle there, which also has lenses down below. So I've tended to put lenses, batteries, things like that in the bottom that I don't need all the time, and then I can have the camera accessible just like you see there. You can pull these out and put longer lenses in there. So if this is, say, a big 70-200, pull this out, go straight down with it, or drop this to the bottom for a little extra padding.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of gear, though, if you think about it. Because that's just a body. That could have a lens on it, or it could have just storage underneath it for other things.
I store it with the lens on it so I can just grab it and go, and then I have extra lenses. But I have micro four thirds, so I can fit almost all my camera gear in this one bag. Nice. I can fit because I could put my 7200 flat down below and then put another lens on top and
Oh,
then
okay.
the 40, and I could fit like all my lenses on one side of this.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, why not?
And then just have like a hamburger and fries on this other side. So there's like a fry compartment over here.
Oh yeah, I can see that happening.
You stop it in and out. You're like,
Yeah, it's like Five Guys. We get the bag fries.
there you go. Just fill it up. So what I do love about this, and all my bags have to have it, is the laptop. So laptop goes right in there, and I don't even have to strap it down. I can usually that strap I just push inside because again, there's no way for it to fall out. You're
in there, it's in
holding
there.
it up. I lay it down on my seat. I actually strap it in sometimes because people drive terribly out in Phoenix here. So like I've actually had my bag fly off the seat
Off the
before.
seat,
So like
yeah.
it's like a little baby now. I like clip it in. I'm like, okay, camera, we're going to the studio. But I carry my gear with me all the time when I'm coming down
Sure.
here. Even if I'm not using it, this G9
Yeah.
comes back and forth. There was a car fire on the highway the other day, and hey, if I want to see something and something's there, I have the camera with me.
Grab it. Yeah.
So
The thing we swung past was the was this pouch. It's a zippered pouch that's in the flap.
and it comes with a free Samsung.
comes with a free Samsung phone if you're into that kind of thing.
It's a fireproof safe for it.
So that's kind of nice though. It's a little pouch that you can throw something like that in there, a
Yep.
wallet or something if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, so that for people that need to see it on a bigger part is on the front here. So that's right here, and that's waterproof. So this is a waterproof zipper like my old Low Pro bag had. That water dripping off the front of this
Just shits
isn't going to go
right off
in.
it.
Yep, it's actually a sealing zipper. I had a Low Pro bag that I'd be able to throw in the water and would float. Same zipper system that was on that whole bag.
Cool.
So weather resistant, zippered front pocket,
Yep.
the laptop, and then a tablet pocket inside as well, I believe.
Yeah.
What else? Water bottle.
Yeah, I got a water bottle.
So it is an active type bag. It's not, so it does have a place to put a water bottle or something else. You can put a lens in there if you really wanted to have something on the outside.
Sure.
It could hold something else, not padded, but it is more room to
It
put
looks
gear.
like it has a little deal here that you could cinch it up. So if something's a little small, you can just get a hold of it. So it's
Crank
not
it
flying
on.
around. Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty nice.
So
Bottle
that's the
holder.
bottom of the bag. It comes with little straps. All this stuff is included, by the way, except the water bottle and the Samsung phone. It comes with the little straps that go on the bottom so you can actually throw a tripod on there and carry it around.
Yeah.
I don't do that generally. I usually just
But I
carry
do know
the
some
tripod.
people that love that kind of thing and they use it
Yeah.
all the time.
So I don't do that because now if you need to use the tripod, you got to fight it off of there and everything. So if I'm hiking somewhere far, then I do that. And this isn't really my hiking bag. This is our going back and forth to work bag.
Sure.
It's more a messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's style.
Something I do use though is this all the time. So I have it just stored on the top right now. All these loops on the top here, you can tie stuff to, cinch stuff to. But you just brought
rolls of film in there.
exactly. You just brought to my attention. I didn't know this before we started doing the research on
Yeah.
this, that this actually has a heavy duty belt
Yeah.
that this would attach to on the side
For your spider.
for the spider to actually hold the camera.
Now it does the spider and another one. What's the other one? It's in the notes
It's
somewhere.
a spider and peak design clip.
Yeah.
That are similar, different styles, but this will be for holding the camera,
camera.
while in use. So
Yeah.
if you're carrying the bag and shooting and you don't want to open the flap, you can throw it here.
great idea.
So yeah, or I can store it there from now on too. I usually store them in these top loops, but I think I'll leave it there now. It's a little more secure looking.
Kind of a cool feature.
So I learned something before we did this.
Yeah. So one
Think
more
that's
thing.
it.
No, one more thing we've got.
Oh, yep.
Which is always handy going through the airport. If you don't want to carry it on your shoulder, you just slip it over the handle of your
On the
roll
back,
around.
yep.
Yep, and off you go. And it's funny because some of these are actually kind of big and kind of loopy where things don't sit secure. That one looks like it's going to hold real secure.
Real tight. Yeah.
Well, it's nice and wide.
And it holds my other strap.
Exactly, the one you don't use.
So lots of different ways you can use this. It's priced at $169, so it's not super expensive.
It's very versatile for the price.
Yeah, does lots of things. And
Waterproof
and,
zippers and ripstop. That's all high end stuff.
yeah, I use it every day. Really like it. We have a code that we can put down. So if you're going to buy it through B&H, we'll put the link there for B&H. If you're going to buy it through direct, you can get a free gift from Think Tank. So we'll put a code, and you can use that code to get a free gift if you spend $50 or more with Think Tank.
And so thanks for watching. And as always, like and subscribe. And if you're not subscribing, please subscribe. It helps us out, enables us to bring you more and more content. And we'll see you again. Thanks.